Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ian Blackblade and welcome again to another. I think I'm gonna do this vlog sort of type, just to document my experience here because this is a call center work and it's a BPO. Don't even know what that means, but I've never actually had this type of work. Normally, the work that I do is at the graphics department or on the website. I make websites and I talk to customers a little bit just to get some ideas on what the website is, and then I implement the website. I got to talk to the customer probably once or twice a week, before in my previous job. But of course, if you're a call center agent, it's going to be different. The calls will consistently come, depending on the occasion. Especially now it's the holiday seasons. Calls will be raining, like on a very timely manner on this part. So yeah, last week I was supposed to make a video last Friday, but what happened last Friday was we just talked about more about the company, not the client, but the company itself. There's a lot of benefits involved, especially if you're a woman and you, for example, have a child. There's some maternity leaves with pay. There's a lot of benefits that are involved too, especially on the paternal part. If you're a dad, but if you're a father, I think it's only just 30 days, I believe. But when you're a mother, I think it's 160 to 100. Wait, I could be wrong here. 130 to probably 160 days, somewhere along those numbers. So it's pretty long. The benefits are really cool too. Aside from the health benefits, you get the social security benefits. It's practically what you'll get if a corporate hired you. The tax, what else? The social security, the health benefits. There was a separate health benefits. I forgot the name of the company. So it's basically just that. Basically tackling what the company has to offer to you. And not just that, I actually wrote a lot of notes. There's a lot, owning up to your actions, working hard and having fun, stuff like that. Innovation and action, extreme ownership, accountability to what you did. You need to account for that. They're really, pointing on that accountability for some reason. Of course, there's coaching, and then there's the tools that we are going to use. But we just went on that passing last Friday. What else? There's some stuff here too about ability to understand your emotion. Oh yeah, there's something called emotional maintenance, or emotional intelligence, I should say. That when the emotions are high, you need to be able to control your emotions, something like that. So they're really prepping us for some irate customers for sure, because I have friends who are actually in the BPO, and sometimes we drink and we talk about all of these customers that they're having, especially if it's irate ones. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. But then I think that this is a good experience for me, for a person who doesn't really have any BPO experience. I think now is a good time for me to experience something like this. And I could have gone with another way, but then again, I think there were 5 companies that replied back to me. The 4 companies wanted me in Manila, which I can't really go. That's just too far from me. I wanted something that's remote. What they wanted was, all right, you can work remote, but you need to be here. You need to be in Ortigas. You need to be in Makati. You need to be in Pasig. Somewhere near their offices. Something like that. And it's something that I couldn't do. But they replied. I can't still mention the company, not yet. I think it's part of the NDA. I haven't asked permission yet. I can't also tell what the client is, but it is a food delivery. No, scratch that. It's a logistics company based on delivering a lot of stuff. One of the things that we discussed today, we discussed a little bit inner of what the client is and what they're all about. So they're basically about delivery. Food delivery, food delivery, gifts, products, what else? well, food, of course, and then I think there was beverage and alcohol. So basically, when I say all of those stuff, you can probably narrow it down if you're in the United States on what company this is. But of course, I cannot disclose it because of the NDA. But yeah, they are basically a logistics company, and we've gone through a little bit of our tools, or a little bit on the tools on what we're going to use basically. But then when we were opening it, some of us, the trainees, wasn't able to open some of the tools, because specifically me and them too, because there was an error in the sign in process. I mean, I don't know, I think my best guess would be our accounts weren't activated yet for those tools. So the tech department would have to activate that for us. Hopefully by tomorrow's shift or later, 6 o'clock in the morning, those tools will be available. Specifically one, I think I could mention this because it's a very universal CRM. If you guys know Salesforce, I've used Salesforce on one of the companies prior to this one. But then it didn't work on my end. I think we were 3 trainees that didn't work, but I saw how it looked like, and it was really different. So I didn't know. I learned that you can actually customize Salesforce to look different, like really different from the UI of another company. It's just completely different. When our trainer said that we will be using Salesforce, and I saw the Salesforce here, I was like, huh, that's weird. That's super different from the Salesforce of my previous company where I worked at. So yeah, there was that, and then of course there were some slides and some presentations of what the company is, how did they start, how did they grow big, the other companies that they acquired, and just basic information on the company policy, their vision and mission statements, and security. They are very strict in terms of the security. You can't disclose clients, of course. That's a no-brainer. Their numbers, their names, their addresses, all of those must be kept really secure. And we also have the riders. We talked about them. Some of the riders have a lot of options actually, and you can do this. I was actually doing the computation on the average salary of this. They can earn up to $200 or $250 per day if they maximize it for 9 hours. They go at it. And I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of money for a day. I mean, even $220 like for a day, that's like my salary for a month when I was doing the calculation. So yeah, and I was thinking like, wow, I want to be a rider, but I want to be in the state side. Anyway, so it's cool. The riders have several options. They can use their scooters, their bikes. They can walk even. There was an example where our trainer said that if you just want a side hustle, like you can go to this delivery service company, and then you can apply for an account basically for being a rider. So you can basically get some deliveries there somewhere near you. For example, if you're in New York, and just basically go to that company and then get the product and then just walk towards wherever you're going to deliver it, and voila, you have like $12 for that delivery. So I thought that it was cool, and it's a very flexible sort of company, especially if you're a rider. You could go for the full 9-hour shift. You can also go full on 12 or 16 hours if you want to, just consistently getting orders if you want to. So you can do this at a full-time job. And to me, I mean, I don't know what the average salary is in the United States, if this is huge or if this is small, but $250 like a day is a really huge money, at least for me, if you recalculate that in the Philippines. But of course, it's a cause and effect. You still live in the US, so you're still gonna use that money, and things could probably be expensive, and $250 a day could probably be nothing. Or it could probably be cheap. I don't know, but it's good. It's flexible, so you can do. You can become a rider for like probably 3 or 4 hours, and then get back to whatever you were doing. Or you can do 2 or 3 trips and get $40 for it, something like that. I was really thinking about it, and I really hope that they come to this country and they keep that salary intact. They don't lessen it, and I might think about changing my career into a writer instead. If it was that big, they mustn't tone it down for the country, you know. But if they do tone it down, then it's not gonna make any sense, things like that. So what else? Tomorrow we will probably discuss more on the tools, on how they work, because some of the tools were not working. They're really big on knowing everything from the company. You need to know who are the owners, how does it really work, what's the vision and mission. They're really big on this, and but to me that's okay. But for a worker standpoint of view, I mean, I'd rather me focus on the tools and how I work with the customers. Well, what am I gonna do? What's the process, so that I could master it, or I get the color. What do they need? Put it in documentation, and then pack next color. Something like that. The process. I mean, it's nice to know about the company, but it's much better knowing what the process is. But again, this baby steps. They will discuss this, or the tools itself, or the proper calling, I think 2 weeks from now. So there's a lot of leeway here. There's even a sort of university where we need to pass at least 85% of the quiz, and that's going to make it or break it. I'm like, oh no, I need to study. I came here for work. I don't want to study. I want to work. Anyway, so that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.